everyone, I'm back with Turkey Dip King's top 10 free iPhone games for 2012. Number 10 we have Archer's Bowman's Battle for Free. God, that's a long title. Basically, if any of you have ever played Archers online, you'll know what it's about. You have a red character and a blue character, and you have a bow, and you basically aim at each other using complicated maths. Although it seems kind of boring, this is a great two-player game that you can play with a sister, or a friend, or a cousin, or your grandma, or your pets, or whatever. It also has you facing the computer if you prefer that. You can also have bird shooting mode, and overall it's a fun free game that you can play for a few minutes, or play with a friend if you want to shoot him in the face with an arrow. I recommend it highly. Number 9 we have Trace. This game is one where you have to draw the line for the guy to reach the end of the game. And although it sounds kind of simple, Trace really isn't. It's loaded with a lot of levels and a lot of fun. Although the video doesn't really show the most complicated levels right now, you can trust me that some of them will have you knowing your fingers and trying to figure out what to do for a really long time. I think overall Trace has around 60 or something levels. I'm not sure. I'll probably put that in the description. I'm sorry, I'm not terribly unprepared. But overall, it's a great game with a bunch of different themed levels. And obviously, enjoying your own way. Everyone has a different way of defeating a level, so it's great and it's free. So why don't you get it now? My number 8 is the impossible test. Now, I'll show you a very quick bit because obviously being the impossible test, I don't want to show you all the answers. So it's one of those like impossible quiz type of things where you just have to, guess kind of what you have to do and stuff. And it's very vague and everything, but it's really fun. And I think they recently added multiplayer to it and everything, so you can play with a friend and see who beats it first. I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Number 7, we have Downhill Bowling 2. Now, this game features in-app purchases, but it's not as bad as you would think. Basically, you have a ball rolling down in awesome 3D graphics across a lot of different levels, and your ultimate goal is to knock over a bunch of bowling pins. You can collect coins and diamonds, which end up unlocking various bowls and themes and stuff like that. It's another recommendation, as it's really fun and nice graphics. Number 6 is Frisbee Forever, similar to Downhill Bowling 2, but not exactly. This game is made by Kilo Games and they have bought out the license for the original Frisbees, so you can imagine there's a lot of your childhood memories in there. There's a lot of different levels and different themes, and it's being updated quite a lot, and your goal in every level is to collect every single star, which is not as easy as it sounds. You'll be flying across stuff such as Western, Winter, Golf, and others to collect the stars, unlock new Frisbees, and just fly around and enjoy the fun graphics and free game. Another recommendation. Number 5 on my list is an online multiplayer game, Pocket Legends. This this 3D online MMO, fantasy MMO, has you choosing 3 different classes and battling across many dungeons, fighting off monsters, collecting a lot of loot, having a laugh, various emotes. Basically, it's like a simpler World of Warcraft with more kiddie graphics, a lot of loot. It also has in-app purchases, but it never forces you to them, and I like the way it's handled as well. A lot of bosses, a lot of fun, and you can play with 3G as well. Great recommendation. Number 4, we have Jetpack Joyride. Wow, this game is awesome. You guys have probably heard of Half-Brick, the guys that created Fruit Ninja, which is a very popular iPhone game. Well, the newest game, Jetpack Joyride, is a free-to-play title featuring Barry Steakfries, another character from their game Monster Dash. And basically you have a one-touch control system where you touch and hold the button to fly up, and then you let go to go down. The game is very fun, and basically it's to see how far you can fly every time you try it. It has you collecting coins to unlock like new suits and new jetpacks. They don't change anything, they just look cooler, so you can customize your character, which is always nice. The game is insanely addictive, and I do mean insanely, and you find yourself playing it over and over and over again. As you can see in the preview, it's kind of difficult once you get further in the game. It's hard to achieve the highest scores, but there are a lot of things such as vehicles, missions, coins, various things to unlock and play. It's just great overall, a lot of fun, and it's free, so why don't you get it now? I'll have a feeling you guys will like this one. Wormholes is an unofficial port of the game Portal on the iPhone. Now, this sounds kind of weird because how could someone port Portal and make it for free? Well, Valve actually does know about this, and they said it's okay as long as the game is free. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you, the game does not feature Gladys's voice, but it does feature the first 10 chambers from the game Portal, recreated entirely and almost identically to the original game. So you'll be playing for the first 10 chambers with quite good controls, your everyday portals and like the cliche moments you remember from your original playthrough of Portal. And I also love how Valve has responded to this game and they haven't banned it or anything and they're like, yeah, this is cool, just make it free. I also think the guy has some planned updates, sorry, and the game is just awesome, both graphically and gameplay wise, and it's like a nostalgia trip back into the days of Portal. A high recommendation from me. Definitely get it, check it out now. Number two, Temple Run. If you haven't heard of this game, you've probably been living under a cave, and you shouldn't even be on YouTube right now because living under a cave does not feature internet connection. Temple Run is a free-to-play game where you run away from a bunch of monkeys and you have a bunch of basic swipe controls and tilt controls to collect coins and evade all the obstacles in the game. Although it sounds kind of silly, it's insanely addictive, and it's I would describe it as the perfect free iPhone game because every time you're on the toilet, or every time you're waiting for a tram or bus, or when you're in the car, or you're waiting at the doctor's appointment, just pull out your iPhone and swipe your fingers across the screen like a crazy person, and then like tilt it to collect the coins. There's a lot of upgrades to unlock. There's the leaderboards really make you like push forward to get a higher score, and it's not that hard either. You can unlock different characters and things for the coins you collect, and it's a whole lot of fun, and it's seriously something you'll play forever. Definitely check that out, but you've probably already have, because if you game anything on the iPhone at all, there's a really high chance you have Temple Run already. Get it now. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, which is game number one. There is no game number one. I know that some of you will be probably really disappointed and cry and go hug a teddy bear or whatever, but let me tell you that finding a best free game is pretty much impossible with the amount there is. However, I have decided to pick a game that I haven't played yet, which is free and it looks really awesome. I know once again I haven't played this, I haven't tested it out. It's only here because it looks kind of cool. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of League of Legends. If you are into free gaming, then you probably own it already and play the crap out of it. League of Legends is kind of like Dota, Warcraft free-ish, and this game, which is called Legendary Heroes, that's what it's called, is a new 3D free-to-play title featuring a single-player campaign which is very heavily based on League of Legends. You have a bunch of heroes, you have their abilities, you have to defeat all the enemies and bosses and the other team's heroes, and it looks like quite a lot of fun. I'll probably download it today right after I finish this video. But yeah, check that out, and I'll have a bunch of other free games in the description that I didn't really include in my top 10, but should be downloaded anyway because they're awesome. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this, guys, and have a great time. And if you know any other iPhone games that are worthy of mention that I haven't mentioned here, know that I haven't played all of them, because obviously they'll be really hard, then just leave a comment or whatever. Have a good day. See ya.